Welcome to the virtual public meeting for the TxDOT Dallas District's FM 741 Improvement Project. TxDOT is proposing to expand FM 741 from US 175 to FM 548 in Kaufman County. We appreciate your interest in the FM 741 project and welcome each of you. We recognize there is a lot of information presented in this video, and you have the option to pause, move forward, and rewind as needed in your video player. Given the unique circumstance of the COVID-19 outbreak, along with our commitment to protecting public health during this national emergency, TxDOT is conducting this virtual public meeting to avoid in-person contact. At this time, the virtual format will be in lieu of an in-person public meeting. The presentation will cover the same information the Dallas District would have shared at the in-person public meeting. However, the comment process will be different. Details on how to submit a comment and have your questions addressed will be covered later in this presentation. All project information can be found on the TxDOT website. This virtual public meeting has been convened by the Texas Department of Transportation and is being held to receive and consider comments from the public regarding the FM 741 project. You may have attended previous public meetings conducted by the Texas Department of Transportation. However, for the benefit of those of you who have never attended one, I would like to explain why and how the department conducts a public meeting. A public meeting has four essential purposes: inform the public of the status of planning for the project and present the recommendations based on studies performed to date. Describe the project so those attending can determine the project's potential to affect their lives and property. Provide the public an opportunity to see information and express their views at this stage in the planning process, when flexibility to respond to comments still exists and before location and design decisions are finalized. And finally, to develop a record of public views and participation to accompany recommendations for subsequent decisions. This virtual public meeting is being held in compliance with both federal and state laws. A transcript of this meeting will be made available for the official record. The FM 741 project is approximately 7.7 miles long and runs from US 175 in Crandall to FM 548 in Forney. The design schematic and environmental information for the FM 741 project may be viewed at www.keepitmovingdallas.com under Public Hearings /Meetings, at www.txdot.gov by searching Hearings and Meeting Schedule, or on www.keepitmovingdallas.com /FM 741. The information on these websites is the same information being presented in this presentation. The proposed project is needed to meet future travel demands stemming from projected population growth and traffic volumes. The project purpose is to provide improvements to increase mobility, improve connectivity, and to meet safety design standards. The existing FM 741 is a two-lane rural roadway with 2-foot shoulders and turn lanes at major intersections. The existing right-of-way varies from 70 to 100 feet wide. Proposed improvements to FM 741 would include reconstructing and widening the existing undivided 2-lane rural roadway to a proposed divided 4-lane urban roadway with 12-foot lanes and an 18-foot wide median, and ultimate 6 lanes from US 175 to FM 2757. Providing left and right turn bays at certain locations. Replacing the 2 existing bridges over tributary to Buffalo Creek with a wider and longer bridge to accommodate 4 12-foot wide travel lanes. Add 10-foot wide pedestrian, bike, shared youth paths on both sides. Widen the right-of-way width from existing 70 to 100 feet wide to a proposed 140 feet wide from US 175 to FM 2757 and to a range of 115 to 130 feet wide from FM 2757 to the end of project. The proposed project would, subject to final design considerations, require approximately 30 additional acres of right-of-way and potentially affect one non-residential structure. All right-of-way acquisition would be completed in accordance with the Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policies Act of 1970 as amended. The public comment period for the proposed project ends December 2nd, 2020. Following this virtual public meeting, documentation of this public meeting will be reviewed by TxDOT and will address comments received by the public. Comments received will be considered to determine the preferred alternative and proceed to prepare the final schematic anticipated for approval in summer 2021. Environmental studies and technical documentation for the FM 741 project would be processed with an environmental clearance anticipated in early 2022. Once environmentally cleared, right-of-way acquisition and utility relocation will begin and continue through 2025. A public hearing will be held prior to the environmental clearance date. This hearing is anticipated to be in the fall of 2021. This project has an anticipated ready-to-let date of spring 2025. The earliest construction could begin would be in 2025, depending on future funding. The project is currently unfunded and cannot let for construction until funding is identified. This timeline is contingent on environmental clearance, right-of-way acquisition, utility relocation, and future construction funding. The estimated total construction cost for this project is $85 million. It is anticipated that construction would last approximately 3 years. Comments regarding the proposed project may be submitted in 4 different ways shown on this slide. You may fill out a comment online, submit comment via email to edra.brashear@txdot.gov. Submit a written comment via mail to TxDOT, Dallas District Office, attention Edra Brashear, PE 4777 East Highway 80, Mesquite, Texas 75150. Leave a verbal comment via voicemail at 833-933-0432. There is a link for a PDF comment form on the project website that can be filled out on the computer and mailed to the address provided, or printed, filled out by hand, and then mailed to the address provided. Comments must be received or postmarked by December 2nd, 2020 to be a part of the official virtual public meeting record. Questions on this project may be directed to the TxDOT Project Manager, Edra Brashear, PE, at edra.brashear@txdot.gov. Thank you for your participation. Don't forget to submit your written and verbal testimony comments by 11:59 p.m. on December 2nd, 2020. This concludes the presentation, and this virtual public meeting is adjourned.